So I was already into a disciplined life. Go catch him and get him out of the danger area.
So what was your motivation to join the Merchant Navy?
90% of the world cargo moves by ship. 18 to 20 hours a day. There are many countries which will cease to exist. While we were coming back, an important ending my life.
Jai Hind everyone, Jai Hind sir. Welcome to You Are Limitless, You Are Limitless. Today we have a very special guest here, Captain Ashutosh Apankar. He has years of experience sailing across the seas. Sir, we are honored to have you here. Can I start off with the first question?
Yes, thank you very much for inviting me here, and please. First of all, I'm really very happy to be here because I'm in an NCC unit and I'm an ex-NCC, 3rd Maharashtra Naval Unit in Pune. So good to be here. And just to tell you that after my 10+2, I joined shipping, which we joined after clearing our CET exams basically, which is taken by many various shipping companies. Now it is a centralized system and the exams are taken by government. So once I qualified that exam, I was given a sponsorship by a shipping company, and then I went for training into an institute. So there are a lot of training institutes in India which do the training for Merchant Navy. And once we complete our training period over there, then we are sent on ship for 24 months as deck cadet or trainee officers, you can say. Once you finish the deck cadet program, then you come down and give your second mates exam or officers exam. So the first step is to become second officer. So you have to go to Government of India and give your written exams and viva, and that's how you become second officer, then chief officer, and then captain.
Sir, could you tell us what was your motivation to join the Merchant Navy?
My motivation, I'll tell you, I come from a defense background and my father was in Air Force. So I was already into a disciplined life. But I love sea. Whenever I used to look at sea and I used to feel that, oh, I have to sail. So that was my motivation. That's why I joined the NCC unit of Naval Wing. So 3rd Maharashtra Naval NCC unit. And of course got that feel of what Navy is. And from there the journey started and then into shipping.
So could you tell us a little about your journey from being a deck cadet to the captain? And how was your life being a seafarer?
Yeah, deck cadet to captain was not that easy. People feel Merchant Navy people means they roam around the world, they earn a lot of money, but a lot of hard work is there behind that. You have to be dedicated to that field. So it was not easy. 24 months of cadetship is like they make you do all work. So you have to do all the work and basically you're training. So everyone will call you for training. So sometimes you may be working for good. Nowadays it doesn't happen, but we've almost worked for a good 18 to 20 hours a day. And when the time is tough, of course, you have to do that. So cadetship was not that easy, but they give you that hardship because when you become an officer, you should know what all things to do and how to do it. So that's basically your training.
Yes.
So once we finished that training, we came down, all our batchmates, we gave our exams for second mates. It's called the second officer's exam. Then we have to give orals. We go to DG Shipping, Directorate General of Shipping, where we give our orals. And once we clear them, then we are qualified to sail on ship as second mate. But obviously the shipping companies send you as third officer first. They give you some experience as third officer. Third officer is responsible for all the firefighting appliances, life-saving appliances and firefighting appliances. Once you do one contract with them, then they will promote you for second mate. Second officer is responsible for taking ship from one port to another port, one country to another country safely. That is his job. In second mates, you have to spend some time, say around 18 months, and then you are eligible to give chief officer's exam. So again, you go to Directorate General of Shipping, do some courses, give your vivas and get your chief mate's license. Obviously, company is not going to send you as chief mate. You will sail for some time as second officer. Once you gain enough experience, rank experience, then they promote you as chief officer. Chief officer is overall responsible for cargo planning, how you will take cargo from one port to another port. So just to give you a brief idea about shipping, 90% of the world trade only happens by ship. You may You may think, why 90%? So right in the morning when you get up, your toothpaste, toothbrush, soap, your clothes, your rice, dal, whatever you eat, the food you cook on gas, the gas which comes into your house, from there if you're going to your college, the petrol you put in your tanks, everything, your smartwatches, your phones, everything is transported by sea. So shipping is that important. 90% of the world cargo moves by ship. If shipping people stop, there are many countries which will cease to exist. That is how the shipping is important. So chief mate does all the work of carrying this cargo, loading it safely and discharging it safely. And then after you become chief officer, spend some time, say around 12 months or 18 months depending on the company's requirement, they will promote you to captain's rank. A very highly responsible job. He is basically overall in charge of both the deck department, engine department and catering department. On his decision, those 21 lives are there. He has to take a call for everything. He is responsible for everything. But he has already gone from cadetship to third mate to second mate to chief mate. So he's done all the work. So now he's a boss who's taking decisions for the ship. So that is how a journey from cadetship to master.
Yes. Very thoughtful insight, sir. So could you, many of us have heard the terms captain and chief engineer. Could you tell us what are the different roles they play while sailing?
Right. So basically there are three departments on ship. One is deck department, which is also called nautical department. Second is engineering department, and third is catering department. Now majorly two departments, deck and engine. So the deck people are doing the administrative job. As I told you, third officer, second officer, chief officer. What they do, they are responsible for life-saving appliances, for planning the voyage of a ship, planning the loading and discharging of the ship, and captain is overall responsible. Whereas the engine department, the basic entry level is engineering degree. So if there's an engineer he wants to join, he will take charge of the engine control room. So what he does is, initially he's a trainee engineer, then he becomes third engineer, fourth engineer, third engineer, second engineer and chief engineer. He only looks after the engine department. Of course, they assist us. They are a very important part of us, but majorly their responsibility lies with engine department. Working of an engine, machinery, equipments, maintenance, everything is engine department.
So I'm sure you must have faced a lot of harsh situations. Any of those situations that you can recall that had made a lasting impact on you?
One of the incidents which I remember, of course, I was there as a second officer, and we were doing mooring stations. So mooring station means you get the ship alongside. While doing that, one of our crew member, he joined the ship for the first time. So he told me, sir, I don't know anything. So I gave him a small job of coiling the ropes. And this is a big incident, but eventually what happened that the mooring rope with which the ship is being tied parted. But before that, the mooring rope got fouled in propeller and the mooring rope was getting tight. So I made sure that all the crew are away from that danger area. But I couldn't see this guy. So when I came back to the station, tried to look at him, this guy was nowhere to be seen, and he's coiling the rope. He's busy doing that. And I'm shouting at him, get away from there, but he could not. Then the only option left for me was to go catch him and get him out of the danger area. I did that, but while we were coming back, the mooring rope which was getting fouled in the propeller parted, and it parted and hit my leg, and straight away the leg was just hanging on the cuff. So working safely or working attentively is very important. Even if you join the ship for the first time, you have to be very attentive because of someone's, I'll not say mistake, but ignorance. Accidents can happen. So that had a very lasting effect. But then I made sure that whenever I go on board, we talk about the safety regulation, whether someone is new, make him, familiarize him with the ship's equipment. So that was one of the incidents which is always there on my mind.
So from someone's perspective who has never been on a ship, can you please explain a typical daily routine of a seafarer?
As I told you earlier, that seafarer basically is what? He is a person who's working on ship. He is trying to play his part. It's a team. He's trying to play his part according to his competence. So, as I told you, deck department, engine department, and catering department. So, deck department, you join as trainee cadet. Then, like you're a cadet right now, so there's a deck department cadet. He trains for some time. Then he becomes an officer. He becomes third officer who is responsible for LSFFA, second officer who is voyage planning, chief officer cargo, and captain overall responsible. The engine department, again same, you finish your engineering degree, you join as a trainee engineer, then you gain some experience, then you give exam to Government of India, Director General of Shipping, you become fourth engineer, third engineer, second engineer, and chief engineer. Similarly, catering department, they are responsible for the food. So, on a typical ship, there are 21 people, generally in and around 21 people. So, we have to prepare food for them. So, in consultation with captain, who is the in charge of the ship, the catering department prepares the menu for the week. They prepare the food, the breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So, our timings are fixed, our menus are fixed, and they work accordingly. So, these are people, overall 21 people who are working on the ship. Our main function is that we take the ship from one place to another place safely and efficiently in a faster way, and of course we load the cargo. So as I told you, for example, if you are having cell phone with you, right, the cell phone may have come from China, but that not one cell phone has come from China. So how many will come? So it's loads of containers which are filled with cell phones. So in China, there will be a port where the ship will go. They will take those containers, put it on the ship. From China to India, the ship will come safely. So the second officer will plan the voyage, captain will oversee it, how to load it, chief officer will do his job. The catering department will prepare meals. The engine department will ensure that the engine is working perfectly. And when we come out of China and we are coming to, say, India, for example, then the engines are running all the time. So all these people, they do a shift job. So for example, third officer does a 4 hours job in the morning, 8 to 12, and 8 to 12 in the night. Second officer 12 to 4. So it is all defined. So they are working for 8 hours but in rotation, so that everyone takes a turn and enough rest is given to all the officers and the crew. So that's basically a routine of on a ship.
Could you please tell us what was the purpose of your visit to Hyderabad?
I'm a principal of a training ship Rahman. Training ship Rahman is India's oldest maritime training institute, which has been delivering quality maritime education from last 116 years. So why we have come to Hyderabad? Generally, the shipping industry was male dominated, and we wanted to introduce the 50% of the unutilized workforce, that is the girls who were never into merchant navy. So we wanted to chart a way for them. So under the Directorate General of Shipping, we formed something called Sagar Mein Samman Committee. And Sagar Mein Samman is here to ensure that girls get equal opportunities to join shipping industry. So we have tied up with various shipping company who are offering jobs to girls. There are various shipping company who are offering scholarships to girls. So in the past, we had companies like Maersk, Anglo-Eastern, ASP Ship Management, BW. They have been coming here. These are all international standard companies. So we have a common entrance test. They're followed by PET, physical endurance test, and then followed by an interview. If the girls clear this, then we call them for company interviews, and once they clear the company interviews, they get job first, and then they come for the training. DG Shipping, Government of India is also a part of scholarship program. From the MTT Trust, they pay 50,000 rupees scholarship per student every year. So we are trying to ensure that girls get equal opportunity. That is the motto. So from last 3 days, we covered around 6 colleges, and we've been doing this awareness program for girls and boys, but primarily for girls.
Yes. Sir, you must have faced a lot of challenges. Could you tell us a little challenges seafarer faces, both professionally and personally?
Number one challenge, personally, I will say that when you join ship, what happens is you are away from family. But in any profession, suppose tomorrow you become engineer and you are from Hyderabad, you become engineer and the company tells you go to US. Are you away from ship? Will you not go to US or you will go?
I will probably go.
You'll probably go, right? That means you have to be away from your family. So it is something like that only. But in our profession, every time when you go to office, you are away from family. That's the only challenge. So nowadays the contracts are not big. For officers it is 4 months on ship, and the leave is up to you how much you want to take. For crew, the duration is around 6 to 9 months, and then they can decide the leave for them, how much they want to stay. So both advantage and disadvantages that you really get paid on those shipping companies really pay you well, but yes, you have to sacrifice some time. Diwali is coming, but those people who are working on ship, they won't be able to attend Diwali, but probably next year they may attend. So that's the I'll say a challenge. Of course, the advantage I told you that at an early age you become financially independent. So generally, if you see a cadet, he joins at 17 and a half and he becomes officer by 21, 22, and he is really earning a very good salary. So that much progress at land will take some time, but here you start earning at a very early age. Your horizons, you broaden your horizons in the sense that you are working in an internationally recognized profession. As I told you, 90% of the world trade is dependent on us. You'll be amazed that when there was pandemic, only 2 people were working. One who were working the most.
So the armed forces were working.
Up to the armed forces, no two ways about it. Yeah. That's one. Second, maybe then I'll say 3 people working. 3 professions were working. Number 2 was doctors. They were super busy. And number 3 was seafarers. Because if we do not take cargo from one country to another country, it's impossible, because no country makes all what they want. So that's the importance of shipping.
So there are many myths and misconceptions about merchant navy. Would you like to debunk some of them?
Yes. People think that merchant navy is all money and roaming around the world and no hard work. No, it requires a lot of hard work, dedication. You have to sacrifice many things, and yes, with that the perks are very good. You do get to roam around the world, but nowadays the ships turnaround is very fast. So it may happen that you may go to one country, say Australia, but you don't get time to go out. So the youth must be they should be well informed that yes, you may get to go around, but certain people, they join thinking, oh, I only have to roam around the world and earn money. Yes, but for that you have to do a lot of work.
So being a seafarer, did you face any kind of issue in leading people or while being a captain? And what was your leadership philosophy that with you handled the situation?
See, I think from starting of our career, we are always trained that it's a teamwork. I cannot do anything all alone. And in any team sport also, if you see, there is a captain. But if there are team members are not performing, he cannot win it all by himself. Individual sports is a different thing. Shipping is exactly like that. 21 people managing a ship which is 300 meter long, 45 meter in breadth, which can take say 1 lakh tons of oil, and to run that piece of equipment which is sophisticated, you really need a teamwork. Every member plays a very important role. So leadership wise, I'll say we also go from cadetship to being a master, but yes, we have gone through all the stages. So every person is important. You have to take all people together. It's a team game. Otherwise, the whole world is a challenge for you then. Because if you think you alone can do it, then it's not possible.
So I'm sure that you would have been on long voyages. What was your motivation being away from your family, friends and home?
To be very honest, what I always felt I'm born for sea, and I used to love going to sea. So that was my motivation, that I am for this profession. Uh, Secondly, you asked about challenges, personal challenges away from home, but then many times when we were sailing, we had to do a satellite call, and satellite calls were very expensive. So to make a call, how are you, mom and dad, and that's it, keep the phone. It was like that. But nowadays the technology has improved. So what happens is the company gives you internet on board. So you can just call your family whenever you feel like. So now that we used to wait for our letters to come. In the port, we are waiting for the port agent to come and we will get a letter, then I'll read a letter. But I'll read a letter after 2 months. So whatever has happened, I'm reading after 2 months. But it was fun reading letters also. But now the internet is there on board and communication is very cheap. So that challenge is completely gone. Of course, as I told you, for a young man who is wanting to go into it, financially his life will be very stable. He can think of later on in the life, he can think of other opportunities. So, and of course, you're open to a profession which has got all international dealings. There are other, even after we finish our masters or we say captain's tenure and we come ashore, there are a lot many jobs that you can apply for. So yes, I'm very proud that I took that decision of joining shipping, and it really changed my life to a large extent.
So, any qualities that you think that are a must in a person who wants to join the Merchant Navy?
Whenever we select cadets, we only look for two things: his attitude and discipline. If you have got the right attitude and you are ready to be disciplined, or you are already disciplined, I think nothing can stop you. Then rest all, the knowledge, the competence comes automatically. Everyone will go to that grind, but these are the two most important aspects. And you are already at this age in NCC. I can see that that discipline and attitude is already there. So whenever I take interviews for selection, and when the students say I got an NCC background, I know 50% of the battle is won over there. I know I have to select this guy.
So, as you said, Merchant Navy has a major part in being cadets disciplined and handling responsibilities, which is also deeply rooted within NCC. Would you tell how these qualities, such as discipline, handling responsibilities, attitude, helps a person achieving success in his life?
See, very important, as I told you, that the education or the knowledge or the competence you will get through. Okay, but unless you may know best of the things, but you are not ready to implement, will you be a successful person?
No.
You may not know things, but you are very disciplined, and you are continuously persisting. Okay, if I don't know, I'm going to hit at it till I become a master of it. Like that.
Yes.
So you understand, two people are like this, and one has full knowledge but is not ready to implement. What is the point?
Yes.
So these two things are utmost important, not only in shipping but every aspect of life. You take any aspect. You may want to become an IT engineer. You may know coding, everything you know, but you don't want to follow the set of rules. Will you be able to make that program? No. You have to follow the set of rules which is being given. Within that parameters only your program will work. So discipline, and if that is not there, I don't think any person would succeed. Take any person who has done good in his life, you will always find these two important aspects.
Yes. So, as you earlier said, that a person or officer at sea works in shifts. Other than the working part, how do all the people in the ship engage with each other?
Yeah, very good question. So we do have a lot of things which we do these days, activities, but we have our gym, we have swimming pool. Some ships have, some ships don't have. We have a lot of engagement programs. We have something called like we have a theatre system. So there's a room which we call smoke room. Earlier it used to be a place where you could smoke. That's the only room where you could smoke. But now it is not done like that. But we still call it a smoke room. But there we gather together. We play games. We watch movies together. The companies, for example, a shipping company may have 15 different ships. So the companies do a lot of motivational programs for them. The companies will engage them with various competitions. So for catering people, you have to make good food presentation. All the 15 ships will send their dishes, and someone will judge them and give them some allowances or some rewards. Similarly, cadets, like now you guys are in NCC and you've started this podcast. Before you, no one started this, so you've done something unique. So like on a ship, what cadet has done, some unique project he has done. So there are competitions amongst cadets, company cadets. If a company is running safely and there are no remarks, then not the company, the ship is running safely, then the company awards that all the officers and ratings on that company. So there are a lot of activities which keeps them busy and engaged, and of course the work which actually keeps them busy.
So as you mentioned, cargos, I think there are different types of cargos and different perks and risks while handling those cargos. Could you explain?
Yes. So there are different types of ships. I will explain you in such a way that you can correlate with your day-to-day activities. So in your house you have rice, dal, sugar, salt, right? Different types of wheats. So all this is carried in bulk by a ship. So that type of ship is called bulk carrier. They only carry food in bulk, or grains in bulk, or certain commodities like coal, urea. I'm just giving you some examples. They carry them in bulk. There are certain ships which only carry oil. Oil means it can be crude oil, petrol, diesel, aviation turbine fuel, chemicals, anything. So such type of ships are called oil tankers. The ships which carry chemicals are called chemical tankers. The ship which carry container, have you seen a container on the road?
Yes.
Many times. So in that container you have finished good products. Maybe your mobile phones are stacked in there, maybe watches, maybe shoes, maybe, whoever wants to export through containers. So those ships which carry containers are called container ships. Then there are ships which carry juice, so there are juice carriers. The ships which carry cars. So the one of the biggest car carriers built by China is BYD company. They can carry 7,000 cars in one go. That's how the ships are built. So those are car carriers. So like that, there are different types of ships which I've told you the major types: bulk carrier, oil, chemical, containers, LNG, LPG ships. Your mother cooks food, she has a cylinder at home. That cylinder has propane and butane gas. So that gas comes from gas carriers. So the LNG ships and the gas carriers are like the cream, highest paid, then oil tank, and then chemical tankers, then oil tankers, then bulk carriers. So that way the grading system.
So the grading system is depending on the amount of risk in the...
Yes, amount of risk, and the salary also depends on that. It doesn't mean that gas carriers have big risk and bulk carriers don't have, but the expertise required to carry cargo is more in gas carriers than the bulk carriers.
So what are different ways one can join Merchant Navy, and at what age can he join?
Okay. So since I am here because of the DG Shipping Sagar Mein Samman program, the minimum age to join shipping career is 17 and a half, and the maximum age is 25 for a deck cadet, anything to do with deck rating. So there are multiple entries. I'll explain you quickly. If you are 10th standard pass and if you have scored 40% marks overall and 40% marks in English, and you're medically fit, there are medical standards defined by Director General of Shipping, then you can join on a 10th standard level for GP rating course. This is like support level or a worker category, I can say, who supports the officers.
Yes.
He can go in deck department, he can go in engine department. That's why the course is called GP rating. Then if you are interested in catering department to help at a support level, then same 10th standard pass, 40% marks, 40 in English, medically fit, and you have to do a course called CCMC, Certificate Course in Maritime Catering. So these are the three courses: GP, deck and engine, and catering, that you can enter at support level. Suppose you want to enter as cadet or you want to become an officer, then for the deck department there are two options. One course is called DNS, Diploma in Nautical Science, and the other is called BSc in Nautical Science. Difference between both of them I'll explain you, but the entry standard is same. 17 and a half age, 25 years maximum, relaxation of age for girls and a reserve category, and your 10 plus 2 PCM percentage should be as per DG shipping guidelines 60% and above. Generally company selects people with 70 and above percentage. Both of them have to give CET conducted by IMU, Indian Maritime University. So it is called IMU CET. So once you pass your 10 plus 2 science, you have 60% and more, you apply for IMU CET. Once you apply for IMU CET and you pass, you get a rank, then you go to individual colleges. The list of individual colleges is given in dgshipping.gov.in. You can find all the list of the colleges. And then you apply. For DNS, you require sponsorship. Sponsorship means the company, you need to have a job in hand before you join the course. So when you apply to different institute, maritime training institute, they will ensure that shipping companies come and they select you. Shipping companies may take your written exam, interview again, or only interview, select you, give you a sponsorship letter, and you go to the shipping company, maritime training institute. To join in BSc Nautical Science, you only need IME CET ranking, but you don't need a job. You can straight away take admission, and within the 3 years, you will get the job. Maritime Training Institute will ensure that you get job in 3 years. If you are interested in engineering department, then you need to be an engineer. Age maximum 28 years, BTech in mechanical, or something with mechatronics also, where mechanical word is there. Every individual college has its own exam. You can go and do the GME program, graduate mechanical engineering, marine engineering program, and that's a 1-year program, and then you join as trainee engineers. But if you want to do marine engineering, then again 10 plus 2 science, PCM percentage above 60, you should be clearing IMU CET, and then you can apply to any colleges which are conducting BE marine engineering course. And after clearing all these, the DNS, BSc and engineering, you always join the ship as a trainee deck cadet or trainee engineer, and from there you have your sea time under your belt, and then you give Government of India DG Shipping's exam to clear your competency courses or get your officer's license, and then you go up the ranks.
So, any one message that you would like to give to our viewers, the UR Limitless viewers, and the aspiring cadets and the aspirants to join Merchant Navy?
Actually, I was thinking of that, but when I saw your logo, you're already saying what I want to say. You are limitless, because every person, if you're dreaming of going out to sea, trust me, you only have to make up your mind. Rest all things will fall in place. I will share with your team our phone numbers, our Insta handle and our helpline numbers, where they can call us anytime. They will be guided properly what to do, and definitely you should go to DG Shipping website, dgshipping.gov.in, which is the official website which will give you all the information of all the maritime training institutes in India, and what is the procedure for joining. But as I told you, I'll share the number with you. They can call that number also.
How many countries have you visited in the past 10 years?
I have taken, so I had a hobby of writing all the ports. I have not visited all the ports, but the amount of travel I have done, so the total circumference of the earth, so thrice I have done it. So that's what I have been to. I've been really, I feel God has been really kind. That we really got our promotions very fast and been to places where people only dream of. For example, Amazon jungle. I will say, sir, in Amazon jungle, what a ship is doing. So there's a port called Manaus to Quarry in Amazon jungle, where gas carriers go inside, take the gas and come back. So I don't know how many people must have done that. We've been to Shetland Islands, where for 6 months it's daytime, complete daytime. And in the winter 6 months is complete night time. Been to amazing ports like Malta, I said my favorite port. Going through Suez Canal, Panama Canal. I don't know if your viewers have heard of Panama Canal. Panama Canal is a canal where a ship actually goes up a mountain and then goes down in the lake. So can you imagine how a ship goes up the mountain? a ship which carries 7,000 cars is going up the mountain. So there are special lock gates, but you should see the videos of Panama Canal. So amazing places in the world I have been to, and I cannot thank God that I was at the right place, right time.
So now for the rapid fire question, you have to answer in one word. Life at sea.
Great.
Leadership means.
Teamwork.
Discipline is.
Absolutely necessary.
Motivation comes from.
Self.
The ocean feels like.
Not one word cannot describe it, but oceans feel like life for me.
So the biggest strength. Your biggest.
My parents.
Your biggest fear.
Nothing.
Morning and night watch.
Love it.
Your favorite port.
Malta.
Most used phrase on board.
I cannot tell you that.
So
But still, for cadets, most used phrase on board, go find it.
One word for the youth.
Discipline, discipline, I will get one word but 3 times. Discipline, 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 and you will succeed.
That was it, sir. Thank you, sir. It was a pleasure to having you here. So for more videos, stay tuned with You Are Limitless. You Are Limitless. Thank you.
Thank you.